Okay, this is something that I think needs to be put out there more, and that is of the people who try to state that they are the world's leading expert on whatever topic. And I have mentioned this once before. Not sure if I put it on this channel though. And it's self-proclaimed, but they try to actually get somebody else to state it, that they're the world's leading expert. There is no such thing in any field. There is no such thing. There's no body out there that says, no corporate, no committee, no whatever that it would be even. There's no such thing. Because there are people who call themselves that, and there's, you can Google it and find out what it says, but there is no such thing. And that needs to be put out there, because I'm going to tell you what some of these people do. As a social and behavioral scientist, I was a career student over 20 years. So I do know what I'm talking about. Now, could I be wrong? Of course. Anybody can be wrong on anything. But I actually have the education. And one of the things is, some of the people who put themselves out to be the world's leading expert on whatever, some of them aren't even educated past high school. Okay, but some of them are. Some of them hold degrees. But they are the ones who put out there that they're the world's leading expert, when they're not. There's no such thing. I think that needs to be said over and over. There is no such thing. Now, what they do, though, is say, like, videos. They make videos. They want the world to know them. You know, so they're going to make videos. And they're going to look around at what other people are making videos on. And what is their topic. If it's on that topic that they say they're the world's leading expert. They want to say that. At first, they're not saying it. Maybe not. Not at first. Some have the audacity to start off like that. Okay. Or now, it's not always putting those words, but yes, some of it, sometimes it is. That's what they want people to think of them as. The world's leading, whatever it is. You know, expert on whatever. There's no such thing as an expert, by the way. So all the rest is just BS that they made up. And because there's no committee. There's nothing like that. No. It's all a lie. What is going on here? I'm still trying to figure out what's going on out here. I've been sitting here for a little while. But I guess around here, somewhere they must have had at the park or something, some kind of a contest. And the park's not too far from here. And had a contest with, what are those, three-wheelers? Those for kids. Okay, for kids now. And they've come down this road, and the parents are also following them in their cars or trucks or whatever's. And it's a whole bunch of them. So I was wondering, why is there so much traffic over here? All of a sudden, today's Easter. So anyway, I just put that in there. Okay, so anyway, back to this. You're the world's leading experts on such. When, like I said, I think many people who have actually studied narcissism, and there are other things where it will show that some people will say that they have some credentials, let's just call them credentials, that they don't have. But they claim that they do, and they want everybody to respect them, as they see it. These are their thoughts. To respect them as they would someone who has those credentials. Because they believe that whatever they've done in their life, say they've been through something, you know, that makes them credentialed in whatever field it is. I mean, that's really dumb. I'm sorry, wrong word, but that word just came flowing out of my mouth. You know, because if I had broken one of I broke my right foot when I was younger, in my 30s, and the doctor basically told me to walk it off, and I did, and So I can, as a podiatrist, so I can say I'm a podiatrist because I experienced that and I walked it off? No. But this is what some of these people, is akin to what they're doing. Or what they're doing is akin to what, that situation, yeah. Saying that, because they've experienced this in their life, there used to be a lot of people who were doing that, saying that because they experienced narcissism, a narcissist and narcissistic abuse, that therefore they could do life, what is it called? What was the term? That they could give advice to other people on how to get over being with the narcissist, to move on, to detect, to this, to that, and they had nothing else, no credentials, no actual credentials to do such. You see, life coaches, that's what it is. I don't even know if they still do them. I really don't. I stopped looking. I don't think I've really watched them much because I never have had the habit too much of watching what I make videos on, watching other people. So, and I've been doing these for 11 years on this channel. If I put it on the channel, I'm thinking 11 years. Yeah. But anyway, get back to this. It needs to be put out there. No, you're not the world's leading expert. And just that kind of arrogance, that kind of self-proclaimed best person on the planet for this topic kind of person, to listen to what they do. I was talking about that before all this noise behind me. The best, they go to other people's channels. Other people, like say I call it on any social media platform, I'm going to call them channels. But they go to them and they just read the topics. Okay, some of them might actually listen to it, and they read the topics and they say, oh, here's an idea. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And they'll do that for everything. They might even just read the person's channel name if it's kind of catchy or something. They'll use that in their title or in their description, in their tags, whatever it is. Okay, they're going to take everything other people, as many as possible, have done and make it, like right after that person has done it, or those people have made that kind of video. I had this happen to me big time back in 2018, I think, to 2020, somewhere around there. Yeah, 2 people did it to me. I mean, that's not the only ones that's done it to me. But yeah, one of them. Now, I'm going to move from that. That's not the only one I've ever seen do this kind of thing. Definitely not. But then what they do, to move on back to this, they take their channel names, use those, and they will make lots of videos, maybe even one every day, okay, or maybe more. And at some point put out there, have somebody else say, talking to them, saying, oh, you're known as the world's leading expert on, and they'll say, yes, I am. See, they're going to put it out there like the other person is the one saying it, as if it's a known fact that the people know this person as the world's leading expert on whatever topic. Okay, and it's not the person self-proclaiming that they are the world's, but they really are. They've hired that actor or actress. They've told them that, and that person believed them. Who knows? Who knows what's going on behind the scenes? It could be their friend, their brother, sister. You see what I'm saying? Also they can make that claim. And there are people who do not spend the time to think, well, are they really? Or they're not credentialed to judge. Is that person actually that world's leading expert? If they knew, they would know there's no such thing as the whole total title, nor an expert. Okay? Okay, but anyway, I had said, the other one, I think I had said that I wasn't going to say much about what they do, but that this is something that does need to be pointed out. After I thought about it, yeah, they need to be known for what they're doing. And I think, and in fact, some of them on whatever topic it is, they run people off. They wind up being the only person there making videos anymore. Whatever topic, it's not just one topic. Because other people see that, well, this person gets all the, or these people. And one of them was a group of people. I think they were actually more like a cult. I'm a social and behavioral scientist. Honestly, I think they were more of a cult. Period. And it wasn't only on one social media platform that I saw them. Yeah, so now period. But really, okay. And I think people see that this one person, to get back to this, whatever social media platform, that person is getting all the, their videos are being promoted more. I guess it's what you call them across all of them. Push forward, whatever. Top. This is, you look something up and that's what you're going to find is that person's video. Other people are gone. So why would I waste my time? It's only going to be this person. It's only going to be that person. It's only going to be that group. It's only going to be, you see? There's no diversity. And that's what that person wants. Then they can claim that as an example that they're the world's leading whatever. You see? They're going to use that too. Say, well, oh, look at all my videos. I'm the only person. Look, you Google something, it's going to show up as me. You see what I'm saying? And they do this stuff on purpose, when really what they are along the line of copycats. They're liars, cheaters. And some of them I've actually listened and said, no, you would fail my class. Who taught you this stuff? When I first got on, when I first was recommended somebody like 11 years ago that was doing it on a certain topic that I actually have the credentials for, and I'm talking as in graduate school, okay, that kind of credentials for. And I listened to this person, I was like, who taught you? What university did you go to? This is the stuff you're learning and you're going out and telling people this? It would be something that somebody would know in Psych, like Psych 101, the introduction to psychology class. And this person was way off. It was something that simple. And not only that, but it continued. I'm like, oh my goodness, and this person was actually, I guess you'd call an influencer. Like, oh my goodness, they're putting out so much false, it's so much misinformation. And that was like 11 years ago, like I said, maybe 10. And it just, and that person had the arrogance, the whole, like, what would I call it best? Demeanor overall. That, not even demeanor, but that they saw themselves as this top dog, and that everybody should respect them, and that they are the leader, and all else are beneath them. And I'm like, you would fail my class. Before I even knew who this person was, okay, you would fail my class. So, really, seriously, would have. Okay, and just for the record, even if I had known, it wouldn't make any difference to me. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You don't send out, give out misinformation. You don't do that in a classroom, okay? And it was kind of obvious to me. This person might not have ever even attended a class, or has so much arrogance that, oh my goodness, maybe somebody else took their test for them or something, somehow cheated. I don't know, but it sure seemed like that person. Then I remember hearing something about that they went to attended university and got their degree later on. That's what it was, something like that. This has been, like I said, 10, 11 years So, yeah. You can get a degree, one, that would be needed, maybe both. You know, it just depends on what you go through, how fast-tracked you do, or if you had some, whatever. There's so many different reasons it could take a short period of time overall in comparison. But anyway, I was a career student for over 20 years. Things have probably changed, though, since then. So, anyway. Okay, but that's enough. But I think some things along this line need to be talked about more. But the reason I'm making this over again is because I do want to say something about a totally different topic that I think needs to be talked about more videos be made about it. But I can bet you these world-leading experts are going to take it up as though it was their thoughts. That they see that. I've had my words stolen so many times you wouldn't believe. Seriously. And they take it, like I said, stolen, and make it their own. It's their own thought. Where they would have failed my class because they don't know what they're talking about. They take it, and they can say also, here's another part, they can say later on, well, I made that video, when somebody like me could show proof that that was my topic, and they took it like within the 24 hours after I made it, and just showed that if they were really had been a student, some of this stuff is plagiarism. They would know better than to do this, especially if they were teaching at university. Really, come on, hint, hint. Yeah. Some of them have been ones who proclaim, who state that they have taught at university. And it's, or they were at the time. And it's like, really? Can I verify that? Do you know about plagiarism? Do you teach your students? Do you fail them if they plagiarize? Do they get kicked out of the program if they do? So why are you doing it? Oh, then they could claim, well, I wanted to put out the correct information. You see what I'm saying? They're always going to have some kind of a thing to state, some kind of a, they're doing wrong, but they're going to flip it and make the other person, they're going to blame the victim. They will blame the victim, plain and simple. So these are things that need to be noticed. Audiences need to me, in my opinion, audiences need to know this so they can sit there and point at the finger and say, that's what this person's doing. Do I want to believe what this person says? Do I really want to believe them? Okay, because they're doing all these things. And I heard her say this just yesterday. I can look it up. She just made this video just yesterday. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, after 11 years, I'm kind of sick of it. Actually, August will be 12 years. I've seen so much, and it's not just me. It's not just me that they do it to, I should say. One woman actually took one of my videos, and she repeated it verbatim. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. Verbatim. Wow. And we all know how I ramble. So, used to be worse. I'm getting better with my medication for my rare health condition. It's slow, but it's getting there. Anyway, yeah, I said I was going to wrap this up, so